there was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
If the ants ever figure it out, there goes their way of their power. Goes. You, myself, and everybody else at home who's watching this. We are the little ants. We are the little guys. And we have not figured out that we have the power. And we can stop this. We can. But they do not want you to figure it out. Because the moment you do, you will know you have the power. But before you do figure it out, they want to make sure it's too late. So digital ID for every single person. Because once you're in, you can't come out. Once it's been introduced, if you don't want to go in, you're left out. You're left with no choice. If you don't want to get a digital ID, you can't do nothing. You're just basically an NPC, non-playable character in the country. So you're left with no choice but to join. But once you join, you can't come out, and you gotta abide by all the rules. And the rules, they're not putting you in favor. The rules only put their best interest forward.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.
KEIR STARMER will be announcing the digital technocrat machine BRICS card, which I've been reporting to you. I've been reporting this to you for a very long time. I think I go back for a couple of years reporting this to you that, hey, BRICS card, they want to bring it, they're going to bring it. And it seems like I was just talking to myself, and everybody else was agreeing. People in the comments were like, oh yeah, you're right, Barack, maybe they might do it, maybe they might not, this and that. But now it's not just it's not conspiracy anymore. It's not like we're just gossiping. It's actually happening. KEIR STARMER is about to announce. We're expecting it Friday. So tomorrow is gonna announce that all of us, all adults, every single one of you, the people at home, myself, everyone in the country, will have to be in this system, the digital technocrat machine. And they are saying, hey, we're doing all this for illegal migrants. What? How is that possible? Yeah, let's talk about it. Here's the clip from Sky News breaking it down.
Breaking news now. Digital ID will be made law for all adults in an effort to tackle small boats. Downing Street believes that a mandatory ID card system will help stop illegal immigrants working. Let's bring in our political correspondent, Mari Aurora. Mari, what more do we know about this?
Yeah, well, Gareth, this is interesting because this is something that has been spoken about a lot. Tony Blair, for instance, has been talking about this for years and years as what he always believed was one of the best ways to try and reduce illegal immigration and the ability for people to work illegally here in the UK. But Sky News understands that we will have an announcement, could be as soon as tomorrow, from the Prime Minister on these mandatory ID cards, an ID card system, the Brit card. And essentially what this will mean, it will be mandatory for all adults here in the UK. It will make it easier for employers and for landlords to make sure that those they are employing or renting or to actually have the right legal immigration status here in the UK. They can do it using a smartphone app. It's also, according to the government, going to make it easier for people here in the UK to essentially prove their status or their ability to kind of qualify to be able to work here in the UK. And essentially, this is all about immigration. This is all about trying to tackle small boats crossings. We've had a lot of conversation about small boats and about other European countries, especially the French, who have been concerned with the kind of pull factors here in the UK in terms of being able to work in the black market, being able to work illegally here in the UK. We already know that France has an ID card system. They've had it for many, many years. And it's something that the UK has always resisted, partly because of questions around civil liberties and freedoms, but also because many governments in previous times said they didn't think it was the best approach. Now, clearly, KEIR STARMER has been persuaded of the benefits of a digital ID card system and has been persuaded that this might have a significant impact on small boats crossings. The question really, and this is always going to be the million-dollar question, is once this comes into play and once it is enforced, how much of an impact could it have on small boats crossings? And if it has a really significant impact on small boats crossings, then it really kind of starts to eradicate that pull factor for illegal migrants coming to the UK, because I think they can essentially make money on the side illegally, as opposed to somewhere like that in France. How much of an impact does that have? And if it doesn't have a huge impact, then of course there'll be sighs of disappointment, I think, from within the Labour Party.
So, of course, we are in trouble already because he's about to announce it tomorrow, Friday. We're expecting him to announce on Friday that this is going through. With no opposition. We didn't vote for this. Nobody did. I know Blair tried to do it. Then in 2011, they tried to do it and they failed. And now, the Labour Party, KEIR STARMER, no opposition, is going to launch it through. This is basically a police state. They want to tell you, hey, this is for your safety. They want to tell you this is for illegal migrants. Hey, that's the reason why we have national insurance, for God's sake. If they don't have national insurance, that means they can't work. That means they're not here. They're not paying their fair shares being here. They're not allowed to be here. They don't have national insurance. They don't have an ID card. That's what we have the ID for, right? Oh, you want to create it online now? You want it to be digitally? Why? Why digitally? So then you can have control. You can shut it down. Be like, oh, this guy. Yeah, shut it down. Oh, this guy. Shut it down. Because now you basically are surveilling the social media platforms that we're all using. Because every single post we make, you'll send your people to knock on people's doors. Police officers would just randomly knock on your door and you're thinking, hey, how do you know I live here? Because you're on Facebook. So basically you already have us. Now you want to have their ID card. That's problematic. And that needs fixing. And we need to do every single thing to make sure this doesn't go through. Because if it does, that's it. It's game over. It's freaking game over. And I want to show you this video of this little ant. One little ant, right? You know, one little ant is fighting the big boss. And the boss is like, hey, who's that little ant that stood up to me? And the employees are like, hey, boss, it's just a little one ant. It doesn't mean anything. And the boss is like, hey, we got to shut that ant down. Because if the moment this ant stands up and mobilizes guys to also stand up, we're going to be out. I want you to watch this video, deep it, just take it in full, because it means something. That's how these people are. When they gain power, they want to keep it. They want to take so much control. So if you was to resist, it's too late. It's too late. because they have every single thing. They have the monopoly of this. They have the whole thing. Nothing else for you anymore. So watch this little clip from the little ant that confronted the boss, and the boss was so furious that he needed to go and show the ant that you cannot confront the boss. And that's what KEIR STARMER is doing. It's hijacking power. It's adding more power. They got this online safety act. They got this thing. They got this BRICS card, which is going to be rolling through, and they will be introducing more stuff. And in the next 10 years from now, you won't be able to drive because they got 2-minute cities. They're saying 15, but it's going to actually be 2-minute city, and then you won't be able to do normal stuff because they'll have all the control. You'll be able to drive only the cars that they pick. You'll be able to eat only the food that they want you to eat. You'll be able to go only the place that they want you to go. And traveling? No. Carbon? Oh, climate change is the biggest threat, right? So you won't be able to drive normally. You won't be able to go to normal place. And now, your ID card? They're going to have it. All this is due to safety, right? Because illegal migrants are coming through. The problem that they were elected to solve. But now it seems like they let the problem carry on, and this is the solution. Now listen to this video, little ant standing up to the boss, and look how furious the boss really is for being challenged, because he knows where the power belongs, and he does not want the little ants to know that the power belongs to them. So he wants to shut them down as soon as they start recognizing that they do have the power. Now watch this little clip.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant.
Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
If the ants ever figure it out, there goes their way of their power. Goes. You, myself, and everybody else at home who's watching this, we are the little ants. We are the little guys. And we have not figured out that we have the power. And we can stop this. We can. But they do not want you to figure it out, because the moment you do, you know you have the power. But before you do figure it out, they want to make sure it's too late. So digital ID for every single person, because once you're in, you can't come out. Once it's been introduced, if you don't want to go in, you're left out. You're left with no choice. If you don't want to get a digital ID, you can't do nothing. You're just basically an NPC, non-playable character in the country. So you're left with no choice but to join. But once you join, you can't come out. And you gotta abide by all the rules. And the rules, they're not putting you in favor. The rules only put their best interest forward. This is a huge problem, folks. Digital control, digital ID, all these things. Nah, I resist it.
Attention, attention, attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement. You are drawing a line in the sand. And you're saying, I will not be silenced, I will not be bought, and I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out, and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survive in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com, and thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.